Back at home next week. It was a great win.
The Buffalo Bills also advanced, beating the Jacksonville Jaguars 27-24. Tonight, Pittsburgh hosts Houston. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Now, new, live, and local, and every weekday from 8 to 9 a.m. This is the show talking about what you want to know, what you need to know, and part of Woof Boom Radio's mission to use our voice to build our community. The all-new Delaware County Today, presented by Muncie Community Schools. Now on WMUN, the Talk of Muncie. Here's your host, Director of News Operations and lead morning anchor, Steve Lindell.
And good morning, one and all. Weather, get ready for a cold snap. We have a local news summary, lots to catch you up on. Hit time 8:22 on that one. Bottom of hour today, a Muncie gamer treasure in studio. In about 60 seconds, a Muncie food-focused event. We think you're going to like this a lot. Good morning, one and all. Let's start like we always do. That is with our weather. WMUN meteorologist Paul Poteet.
Good morning. It's a cold start, but the afternoon will be milder than it was yesterday as the high hits 41 degrees. The winds are still going to be gusty at around 30 miles an hour. Will be partly to mostly sunny and then mostly clear tonight, low at 32. Tomorrow is still breezy, but there'll be milder breezes with a high of 48 on Tuesday. That's as warm as it gets this week. Partly to mostly cloudy tomorrow, mostly cloudy tomorrow night, and then clouds Wednesday. Scattered rain showers will mix with and change to snow in the afternoon. The high is 37, but it's going to be falling in the afternoon. And Wednesday will be the nastiest day of the week with that during the day, and then around an inch, maybe 2 of snow on Wednesday night. That opens the door for a cold Thursday, partly sunny, 24. And then more snow showers Friday through Saturday morning, and some light accumulation possible from that. 33 Friday, but the weekend, 26 on Saturday. And by Sunday, partly sunny, will start in single digits. There's your WMUN Muncie weather. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Paul Poteet, hourly updates. Now, remember, it is still winter in Indiana, so don't get your dauber down. We had a couple of 60-degree days not that long ago. It was just last week, wasn't it? All right, so we're in our video studio again this morning, and we're pleased and proud to bring in 2 newer guests to our radio vantage point, though, Jeff, you've been in our building before, the main building on the campus. Lena, have you visited also? They are here from Destination Munchie, and I am going to let you, Jeff, talk about this food-focused event. And the reason I'm having you say it first is because every time I say it, my lips don't move properly because I move letters around, and you've said it more often than I have. So this upcoming event, please share with us the title first.
The title is Destination Munchie.
See, now I said it 122 times in the studio before you arrived, and I just absolutely obliterated the words. I smooshed all the letters together. Tell us what the concept is and how delicious this is going to be.
So Destination Muncie is a 3-course fixed price menu passport where we have 20 participating restaurants in Delaware County that have put together amazing menus for you to go and maybe try the restaurant for the first time, or if you're a regular there, really go in and celebrate what they've put together for us.
We have so many great businesses in Muncie and Delaware County, but the restaurant flair is really something we could hang our hat on. Lena, I've not met you officially before today. Before we go much further, what do you do with Destination Muncie? And tell us your Muncie story just a little bit, if you could.
Okay. I am the Excuse me.
That's okay.
Communications manager with Destination Muncie. So I help deal with our social media content. I work a lot with our events calendar that we have online. We like to say that our community calendar is the community calendar to go to at destinationmuncie.org/events. If you have events that you're putting on, please go on there and submit those as well so that we can help the community know the fun things that are happening here in Delaware County.
Are you a transplant? Have you been here forever?
Born and raised.
Okay, very good. And Jeff, I know that you also have Muncie ties forever and for always, too.
Yep, born in Muncie, grew up in Yorktown, Ball State grad.
So how is the process going to work as far as the Munchie part? And you can already start signing up and opting in for this now, right?
Correct. So it's really easy. You go to destinationmuncie.org, and there's a banner right on the main page for Destination Munchie. You click on that, and you can sign up for the digital passport. It's all run on your phone, so it's nice and easy. You go to the restaurant, you check in, and you say, hey, I'm here for the Destination Munchie menu. And I should say that this runs the last 2 weeks of January, so it's January 18th through the 31st. But you can go ahead and sign up now.
Okay, very good. I'm going to put up on the screen here the website that I've called up. This is one of those things we can do in the video studio. For those that are listening to this, you can go and replay our video later, but that is the Destination Muncie website and the Destination Munchie. See, I have to slow down when I say it. Do you hear what I'm doing there? They are doing fantastic work, and that is exactly what you're going to see when you go to look for more information at the website. Lena, Jeff just explained the process for signing up with a cell phone. That's an easy way to do it, and a nice, cool way to involve the community in supporting these local restaurants. The number is 20, I think, as far as participating restaurants. What has the buzz been like from these foodie places? How are they feeling, do you think, about having this thing up and running January 18th through the 31st?
I think they're excited. We have a few who have curated menus that aren't on their normal menu. Some have taken things and kind of discounted them or put them in a special menu for us. Some have curated a special specifically for Destination Munchie food item. So I think they're really excited. I see it growing. I see once everybody sees how this one's going that we're going to get more to participate next year.
This is great. This is Destination Muncie, the organization, putting on Destination Munchie. I'm 2 for 2. I'm pretty proud of myself right now. The food event runs the 18th through the 31st of January. It's a first-time thing for the city of Muncie. How did the idea come to pass, Jeff? Did you just start sitting in a room spitballing things? How did this happen?
So we got a new software where we can do these digital passports. So the first one we did is the Garfield Trail. So there are 17 Garfield statues around Delaware County, and you can go and visit and check in at the statues for a chance to win some Garfield swag, which is really fun. And we were just thinking, how else can we use this passport software? And you know, our culinary scene is top tier, and it's one of the things we wanted to highlight about what makes Delaware County an amazing place to visit, travel, live. So we really wanted to highlight those restaurants, and we thought it would be a fun idea to get people out and exploring.
And we're lifting up these local businesses too, which is never a bad idea. I mean, we have a lot of really good and powerful and neat, and in this case, delicious businesses in our midst. If we don't support them, then they're not going to be able to do what they've been doing for us. I've always been an advocate, and I've talked on this show and others that we've done through the years and decades here at the radio stations that we operate. If you ever have an opportunity to choose between an out-of-town something or an in-town, in your county something, please try the in-town. I like to say that these are the businesses that are sponsoring your softball teams. These are the ones that are lifting up local events and bringing people to our community too for whatever it is they have, whether food or otherwise. You talk about the Garfield part, Jeff. I got a fun story for you. I've been here for 32 years now. The original owner of WLBC, our parent radio station within the Wolf Boom Radio Group, was some guy named Jim Davis. He was the majority owner at the time of what was called DRMS Communications. He was the D. He was the cat guy. He was still doing the cat guy stuff out at that big, beautiful facility out in the middle of seemingly nowhere, but in Delaware County. But you walked in there and it was like, wow, I'm in the middle of Garfield stuff here, where it all came together and so on, as a kiss up and a suck up when I started here 32 years ago, knowing that Jim Davis was the majority owner. I immediately brought my Garfield collection of little plush thingers when I was a little kid growing up, and I put it on the wall of my office. So I'm no dummy. And Mr. Davis, I'm sure, was appreciative of that, but his collection, as you would imagine, is just a bit larger than mine was. We're with Destination Muncie right now on Delaware County Today. WMUN, the talk radio of Muncie. We're lifting up local with this great foodie type event that's going to start on January 18th. Lena, last words for you. Anything we haven't covered this morning that you want people to know about this event and or what Destination Muncie is all about and what you're doing?
Absolutely. The one thing I did want to mention is this is not an app you download. So don't think you're downloading something onto your phone. It's web-based. So you click on it and it just opens up a web browser. So there's nothing for you to download. All you got to do is sign up and go view some menus and plan where you're going to go.
All right. I'm glad you brought that up and clarified. Jeff, any last words to you before we end our segment?
I'm going to try to hit as many of these restaurants as I can over the 2 weeks. So hopefully I run into everyone out there while we're exploring and really supporting our local businesses.
And again, the website to go to for more information,
DestinationMuncie.org.
Excellent. Jeff Neff, Director of Marketing and Community Engagement, and Lena Reid, Communications Manager for Destination Muncie. This is a great opening segment to a big, busy week that we have today. More in a moment on Delaware County Today from WMUN.
This message is brought to you by Pizza Hut, because if you're yelling hot on Sundays, why not yell pizza first, Jonas?
I mean, that's what I'm saying, man, especially when it comes to Pizza Hut. It's so good.
How about the Big New Yorker, Jonas? That's right. It's their biggest pizza, bro. And right now, it's just $10.
I mean, LeVar, that just smells and tastes like success. And for only $10, sign me up.
Before the first hut, grab the Big New Yorker and you're set for the whole game.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-444-2013. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-444-2013. That's 800-444-2013. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. 800-444-2013.
Let's go!
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, it's Jonas Knox. Need to scale your workforce for a peak season? Express Employment Professionals offers contract staffing so you can scale with ease and maintain productivity. Get started at expresspros.com. When it comes to hiring, it's about people, and that's where Express Employment Professionals comes in. Express experts connect you to qualified candidates matching skills to your business needs. Hire differently with Express. Visit expresspros.com to find your local office. That's expresspros.com. Express Employment Professionals, building your workforce, supporting your success.
Want to hear more? Replays uploaded daily on WMUNmuncie.com. Now back to Delaware County Today with Steve Lindell, presented by Muncie Community School.
That is our voice, Tom Campbell, who is no doubt listening somewhere in Indiana. I see Louisiana, Los Angeles, San Jose. Sister Sherry is listening in Portland, Oregon. It's so early there. Mama and Roger in Minnesota. I see the Alexa device is activated in Chicagoland. I still want to know who you are. Send me an email, and if you don't want me to say your name or anything on the radio, I keep secrets. WMUN@woofboom.com. I'm Steve Lindell at 8:20 this Monday morning. Let's get into our local news summary now. These stations and stories and more airing on all of our stations in East Central Indiana, and now for you on WMUN. Still lots of buzz today about the Indiana Hoosiers.
IU head football coach Kurt Cignetti says the team took those low expectations personally and used them as motivation to prove everyone wrong.
I think a lot of that negative stuff in the media fueled the guys returning from this team.
Jake McDaniel, Network Indiana.
Muncie's Titations are a proud product of Northside Middle School.
They're honestly, at this point in time, doing high school level music, even though they're in 7th and 8th grade.
Teacher Isaac Denniston told us first in July.
They are going to perform at the Indiana Music Educators Association State Conference.
That performance in Fort Wayne is this coming Saturday. Today, there's a preview performance at 6 p.m.
over at Northside Church of God right there and on Tillotson.
Free admission. She says it's having a real effect locally.
In Delaware County alone, that reimbursement rate has decreased by about 17%. So now we're seeing providers that are having to close their centers altogether or even close classrooms, and that reduces access to everybody.
That's Heart of Indiana United Way Director of Learning Supports Ashley Breedlove on WMUN's Delaware County Today. Financial support for child care has been cut at the state level. Madison County historian Stephen Jackson in the midst of celebrating some of the county's most historic landmarks as part of a celebration of America's 250th anniversary. He told Oldies 101's Anderson Talks last week the project will be collected in a special Herald Bulletin insert in March with a bonus.
The articles as you see them in the Herald today are in black and white. When I submit them, they're in color, but they print in black and white. But in this special insert, they will be in color, Scott Underwood tells me.
Trying to get a MAC win. Ball State men's basketball tomorrow at Akron, 6:30 p.m. pregame on WMUN Radio. People talking a lot about IU football Hoosiers headed to Miami for the national championship game.
For Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza, the title game is a dream come true.
We just got to play our brand of football, and that's what has led us to this point in 15 wins this season.
The undefeated Hoosiers face off against the Hurricanes on January 19th. Jake McDaniel, Network Indiana.
Westdale senior Kylin New is the latest student featured in Pridemark Construction's The Future Leaders of America series. New holds a 4.01 GPA and competes for Warriors wrestling and track and volleyball teams. Read more at munciejournal.com. A Brownsburg town councilor is claiming he was locked out of town hall over his proposed petition to change the town's status.
The petition from Republican Councilmember Glenn Adams is one that he says would allow Brownsburg residents to vote on whether to stay as a town or officially change its status to a city. After Thursday night's council meeting, Adams says other town leaders didn't like that he did a TV interview to talk about the initiative.
So as a result of conducting this interview in the council room, I was told that my key fob would be turned off.
And he would have to check in every time he goes to the town hall. Adams says he needs about 700 more signatures for the petition to be presented publicly to the full council. Jarrett Lewis, Network Indiana.
Thursdays on WMUN Radio, Mick Tidrow hosts This Week in Ball State Athletics, and he referenced a social media post last week.
The latest video that is on the social media channels is from the win against NIU for your squad, and you're lifting weights.
Talking to women's basketball coach Brady Sallee.
Well, the form was off the charts. But,
yes.
Note the sarcasm and fun.
I see weights and I attack them. Clearly, if you're looking at my physique, you can see that. The staff, they think they're really funny at times, and so I came in the locker room and they had seen this kettlebell sitting in the hallway, and they said, "Oh, that'd be great." No telling what I was going to do with it. So.
For the Cardinals, Wednesday's the next game. It's on WMUN Radio. More on the new vote centers coming to Delaware County, starting with the primary elections this year.
What this does is it allows you to vote at any one of the 26 vote centers on Election Day. You don't have to return to your precinct like you had to do in the past. These vote centers will be set up to process voters faster, make it easier, and give voters the opportunity to get in and out quicker than we could in the past.
County Clerk Rick Spangler here, all about the subject on WMUNmuncie.com. 18-year-old Aiden Patterson faces multiple charges, including operating a vehicle under the influence causing death. 57-year-old Nancy Ellen Staley, a 6th grade teacher at Anderson Intermediate School, is dead. Herald Bulletin had that. If you're looking to follow the Hoosiers to the national championship game, getting to Miami just got a little easier.
Frontier Airlines is adding flights out of Indianapolis International Airport ahead of the January 19th championship game. Fans can book departures on the 17th or 18th, with 2 return flights scheduled for the 20th, leaving Miami at 10:30 a.m. or 1 p.m. Frontier Vice President Josh Flyer said Friday the airline is excited to see its aircraft filled with Hoosier fans as they head to Miami to cheer on the Hoosiers during college football's biggest game of the year. Jake McDaniel, Network Indiana.
He says it's important for the community to maximize opportunities when organizations hold free food distribution events in the area.
When there's food available, whether you're in need of food or not, you have a neighbor, you have a parent, you have a child, you have somebody that might be in need of food, you tell people, and then you go pick up food. And we let these big trucks distribute food and then they leave town. So often with lots of food still in them. Let's don't do that.
That's Anderson Christian Center Executive Director Rob Spalding on Oldies 101's Anderson Talks. More local every day on our free wolfboomnews.com.
WMUN Delaware County Today radio show with Steve Lindell, presented by Muncie Community Schools. Here's the plan for tomorrow morning.
Muncie Mayor Dan Ridenauer live in studio, 8:07 in the morning, and closer to 8:30, Judd Fisher from the Ball Brothers Foundation. That's all tomorrow morning.
We're aiming to talk about what Muncie's talking about. WMUN. Here in Muncie, we know what it means to show up for one another. We celebrate our wins, big and small. And when times get tough, we lean in, not away. At WMUN, we're more than just a voice on the radio. We are your neighbor, your friend, your connection to what matters most. Every morning, we wake up with you, sharing the stories of our city, highlighting the heroes you don't always hear about, and cheering on the teams that carry our hopes on their shoulders. This isn't just news and sports. This is home. From the streets of downtown to the heart of Delaware County, we're here because you're here. Thanks for letting WMUN be part of your day. We're proud to be your hometown station.
Hey, it's Brady Quinn. Winter really tests your sleep. Staying asleep gets harder when your kids are moving around, looking for warmth on cold nights. Mattress Firm sleep experts can match you with a bed built for deeper rest, like a Tempur-Pedic, with a unique material that absorbs motion for undisturbed rest. Shop Mattress Firm's once-a-year sale and clearance and save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic mattresses with next-day delivery. Restrictions do apply. Next-day delivery available on select mattresses and subject to your location. See store for more details.
Want to hear more? Replays uploaded daily on WMUNmuncie.com. Now back to Delaware County Today with Steve Lindell, presented by Muncie Community Schools.
And in the video studio here, for those watching the replay later, you see Lucius Connor and I smiling and waving. We don't do that when we're typically just on the radio. I mean, we might to each other, I suppose, just to be friendly, I suppose. How you been, Lucius?
I've been great. I've been having a good time.
This is the Lucius Connor that is Viking Realty. This is a sponsored segment that we've been doing with him for several months now about the the realtor stuff, but you've got this other thing in the basement, and it's literally in the basement of the building.
Weird when you say it like that. It's true.
It kind of does. But what we're going to do right now is a business entity that this young man owns, operates, and has fun with, and I'm going to have you tell our listeners about it. Full disclosure now, I know very little about video gaming, and to this level and extent that you're about to hear and even see about with Delaware County Today on WMUN. I'll just give this a little scene center. I'm more of a Pong guy. You remember Pong?
The fact that you just called D&D video gaming just explains the lack of understanding there. So he just did himself a service and a disservice at the same time.
Excellent. Lucius Connor is the specialist, so you
might
please.
catch a snowball when you leave here, and it might be from me.
All right, fine. Go ahead. Tell me what I need to know.
All right, so we have, if you've been in Muncie and you've driven past our building on Wheeling, you have seen an enormous 7-foot red D20 on the roof of the real estate office. And that is our bat signal to any and everyone who plays Dungeons & Dragons, tabletop RPGs, Warhammer, just tabletop games in general. And we have a one-of-a-kind, fully immersive Dungeons & Dragons or TTRPG experience where you can come and play games. We call it our Air D&D. You know, it's not a unique term, but you come, you play, you have a great time, you go home. You can rent it. You want to take a guess, Steve? How much can you rent this for the entire day?
$1,000.
$50.
Oh, jeez.
$50. We let you have the facility from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. You can bring food, you can bring drink and libations. You can have a great time. You can spend your entire day there. We've hosted retirement parties, birthday parties, senior photo shoots, princess glitter parties, which was the world's largest pain to clean up. But we've loved every stinking minute of it. It's been fantastic.
For those that are watching on the video replay, you're seeing some of the photos from their website, which I am told do not do it justice in person, right?
We've put a 3D virtual tour on there. We've put the photographs on there. And I tell you, every single person who walks and takes that first step into the dungeon, they just stand and pause. And they go, this is far beyond anything we expected.
So you're driving past this place as I do. This is at Viking Realty, our sponsored segment here. It's in the basement of that building. And you would have no clue it's there unless you know it's there. And you encourage people to come in and see it for those that haven't, right?
Absolutely. You can come by anytime during the day. We're typically there between about 9 and 5, and you can come by at any point. And if the dungeon is not rented and it is available, we will take you on a personal tour. And we also have a little bit of a secret that we are now starting to tell people. We are opening a retail store.
Say what?
We're opening a retail store. It is going to be just as immersive as the dungeon.
So what sort of, again, you're talking to somebody that doesn't know anything, okay? Full disclosure again. What sort of merch would be appropriate to have available at your retail store?
Absolutely. So we're going to have dice, trays, D&D libraries. We're going to have all the books, all the player books. We're going to have multiple TTRPG adventures, just board games in general. Basically all the tools of the trade. If you're going to play games, if you are an individual who enjoys Gen Con or Comic Con, we are your type of people. You're going to want to come and just hang out, see our facility, see what we do, and enjoy our conversation. We are talking right now with Games Workshop. We're going to start carrying Warhammer, which is another popular TTRPG. Super excited. I've called in the subject matter experts because even I have holes and gaps in my gaming knowledge.
No, come on now.
It's hard to believe.
No, come on. I find that difficult to deal with.
We are all things nerd culture, and I am so excited to be here. This has just been a life goal of mine to just return to being the child that I've always been.
So the D20 Dungeon is the official name of this business. It is a business. You do still sell homes and so forth, yes?
I absolutely still sell homes. I mean, actually, our patrons at the dungeon are patrons of my real estate practice, and it is they're so hand in hand. I absolutely love it.
So let me ask you this, without mentioning any names, because we haven't gotten permission on specific names. What sort of a release is this place to certain people? You told me about a story just the other day of somebody that just found it to be a perfect getaway from everything type of an event.
Absolutely. So D&D is a game of the imagination, and as early as last night, I had an individual pull me aside after a game and say, "Hey, I've been stressed out this entire week.
Sure.
And for the past 3 hours, the only thing I was worried about, the only thing I can think of, was carrying this stupid cat and killing goblins." By the way, I was the stupid cat.
Oh, okay. Very good.
It's a story of, it's a storytelling adventure. I was just a nuisance cat the entire time. It was hilarious.
So how long has this place been open?
We opened in October of 2024.
Okay.
So we're just a little over a year right now that we've been open.
And again, this is a business. This is an entity that you put in the basement of what is Viking Realty on the same place that you've driven past a million times. Everybody, if they want to see the website and be blown away, but then do as you suggested earlier during the interview here, come in person, is a tour okay instead of just jumping in and renting the facility or whatever?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can come by anytime. Like I said, we're there typically between 9 and 5. We've got someone on site to give you a tour. Anyone who's in the building is familiar with the dungeon, and they all love walking people through it because we love watching your reactions. Just the first time that I change the lights or turn on some ambient sound in the background and you start doing one of these where you're looking around.
Yeah.
Oh, it's absolutely stunning. And everyone is familiar. So please stop by, see the place. Don't be shy. I mean, we are there to be a community builder. If this was something that was, about making money, it wouldn't be $50 a day. We want to build this community. We even have a monthly community board game night.
Well, how does that one work?
Go onto the website, get onto our Discord, check our Facebooks, our socials, whatever you can. We have a monthly gaming night. It's open to the community. It's completely free. Come by, let us teach you a board game, sit down and play.
Lucius Connor is our guest on WMUN. I'm Steve Lindell. This is a great Muncie story. This is not everywhere. This is unique and special and different.
Only.
This is D20 Dungeon, this venue. What was the space like before it was Dungeons and Dragons?
Well, there was a room down there that we affectionately referred to as the murder room.
It can still be with the
it could
killing of the goblins.
Well, it's much more thematic.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
sure.
no, it was gross. Honestly, the basement. We were just trying to fill the space with something that wasn't gross, dirty, or wet. So after we solved the water problems, we kind of just went super hard at it, and we wanted to make it something that was just wild. And those of you who know my wife know that she has an amazing talent for design, and she pumped everything into this dungeon.
Your wife, who was a part of a photo shoot, those may have seen that on social media. Is the baby yours?
The baby is my baby's baby.
So say what again?
My daughter, who's 6 years old. It looks so real, doesn't it?
It does.
And so that is her baby doll that she brought in, and she left it at my office. And if you're going to leave your toys at my office, I've proven I'm going to play with them.
It's going to happen. I just know it. I know that about this particular gentleman, that's going to happen. So about the venue, anything we haven't covered before we wrap the segment here that you want people to know about it?
There is so much to cover about the dungeon. We can't possibly do it in one sequence here, Steve, so okay. I'll be back. But the one thing that I want you to know right now is D20Dungeon.net. D20Dungeon.net, or just Google the D20 Dungeon. That's the best way to see the website, to see what we're diving into. You can also contact me directly on my cell phone, same way with real estate, 765-730-5496. Give me a call, shoot me a text, come by and see me. Let me take you on a tour.
Since all the homes are for sale that you deal with, is the dungeon for sale?
Absolutely not.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
I want you to find your own dungeon. You can visit mine, but I want you to find your own.
That's excellent. Lucius, always a pleasure. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for doing another unique and special thing from his brain and or his dungeon in the benefit of just doing some fun things in Muncie, Indiana,
Absolutely.
USA, which is pretty cool.
Thank you, Steve.
Great to see you. Lucius Connor, our guest this morning, as we continue with more Delaware County Today in a moment on WMUN.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. Hammond Mayor Tom McDermott believes Northwest Indiana's chances of landing a $2 billion Chicago Bears stadium are real. He was my guest this week on Inside Indiana Business Television.
Well, it could be a leverage play, but I think it's for real. And it's three words that make me think that. Property tax certainty. We're talking about a $2-3 billion deal, and when you look at the type of property taxes that are going to be generated off a proposal like that, they could save hundreds of millions of dollars by relocating to Indiana.
An Indianapolis area senator has filed legislation that could bring a casino to Marion County, and the proposal comes with a $750 million price tag. Senate Bill 244, authored by Senator Aaron Freeman of Indianapolis, would allow casino operator Full House Resorts to move its gaming license from Rising Sun to Marion County, provided it meets certain investment conditions. You're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Serving Indiana means being ready for growing energy demands. At Duke Energy, we're adding more power to the grid and working on hundreds of local projects to make your energy more reliable. We've strengthened nearly 20,000 poles, updated more than 270 substations, and prevented hundreds of thousands of outage hours with self-healing grid technology, so your power can come back on faster than ever. That's the smarter energy future Indiana deserves. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick, coming to you this week from Northwest Indiana, Jeffersonville, Muncie, South Bend, in downtown Evansville, Terre Haute, Fort Wayne, Richmond, from one of the state's key entrepreneurial and innovation hubs, 16 Tech. Inside Indiana Business, Indiana's business news leader.
This is Ted Baker. On behalf of the Innovation Connector, we would like to extend a big thank you. Thanks to you, Business Showcase Week 2025 was a huge success. From our amazing partners to the entrepreneurs, presenters, every community member who attended, shared ideas, and celebrated innovation, we could not have done it without you. At the Innovation Connector, we're proud to help build the future of business in Muncie and East Central Indiana, and you make it possible. For more information of how the Innovation Connector can help you and your business, visit us at innovationconnector.com.
The new year is just getting started, and we have big plans, new local shows, even more local news, expansion of our coverage into even more video, and an expanded and rebranded morning show hosted by Steve Lindell. It's all in our continuing effort to use our voice to build and connect our community. 92.5 FM, 1340 AM, and on Alexa's Say Play WMUN. Want to hear more? Replays uploaded daily on WMUNmuncie.com. Now back to Delaware County Today with Steve Lindell. Presented by Muncie Community Schools.
Mama in Minnesota, I see you listening there with Roger. Sister Sherry is now clicked off. Perhaps she is hitting her morning shower. I doubt that you needed to know that, but, we just share. Landis, North Carolina, thanks for clicking on this morning. And wherever you are listening in Muncie, Delaware County, and beyond, we appreciate you doing so. My name is Steve Lindell. I'm here in our video, audio, multi-purpose studio with a lot of great content this and every week, but this is going to be I think one of, if not the busiest week for guests and information that we have pre-booked, and then you never know what's going to happen because things, come up all the time. And if you're new to the show, that's okay. We're still relatively new. What this is what people are talking about in Muncie and Delaware County. If you ever want to reach out and give us some information or questions or maybe some content, you can do that a couple of different ways. You can email the show. It's WMUN@woofboom.com. WMUN@woof, like the dog, boom, like the firecracker.com. WMUN at woofboom.com. If you would like for us to hear your golden tones, we would love for you to do that. In fact, I got a very nice phone call just the other day again from the pizza guy at the Herat, who had some very nice things to say about WMUN and Delaware County Today. We might actually bring you that audio tomorrow morning if I remember to pull it up. Let's give you that address. It's a bunch of different ways. On the phone, though, is 289-NEWS, 289-6397. You can leave a voicemail message like our friend from the Herat and the pizza part of that. It's been years and years, but I think I have, no, I don't think, I know I have had a pizza at that place, and it's delicious. Not a paid endorsement, just a strong suggestion. I'm Steve Lindell. This is WMUN's Delaware County Today, and, before we get too far through the hour, how about if we get a snapshot of your day today?
It's January 12th, and this is your Fox Daily Snapshot. It's time for a little international flavor as we celebrate National Curry Chicken Day. Now, when making real curry chicken, don't automatically grab for the curry powder. Real curry chicken is stewed in a sauce of ghee, or clarified butter, onion, garlic, an array of spices and chilies, and then served over rice. Few things are more delicious. Also on this date, Timely Comics was founded by publisher Martin Goodman in 1939. It would later become a little company called Marvel. And in 1991, the U.S. Congress granted the authority to the 41st President George Herbert Walker Bush to wage war against Iraq and end their illegal occupation of neighboring Kuwait. If it's your birthday today, you share it with the king of all media, radio personality Howard Stern, born in 1954. And the man who founded Amazon, Jeff Bezos, born in 1964. I'm Tushar Saxena, and that's your Fox Daily Snapshot.
You're on WMUN. News Talk, Sports Talk, Community Talk. It's 8:46, 14 till 9 o'clock. We'd like to tell you what the weather's going to be like. Paul Poteet talked about it earlier this hour, and he told us that it's going to be not so cold today, but it will get cold. There's no doubt about it. It's still winter in East Central Indiana. There's no doubt about that. And it felt a little nippy this morning. We've got a high of near 40 for later on today. And then the Tuesday high, 47. That'll be the warmest we have in a little while around here. Chance of rain comes in Tuesday night, 36 first thing Wednesday morning, and then snow likely. Paul Poteet said something about inch or two within the Wednesday forecast earlier this hour. So we're not done with winter yet. It's January the 12th, for heaven's sake. So we've still got some of that to get through. Don't get too excited about those 63-degree weird days like we had 1 or 2 days last week. We'll have some lows over the next several days after that in the 15 and the 18-degree range, 19 degrees I see another night. So we're going to have some cold nights and some nippy days too, but we're headed towards a better place. And here's what I mean by that. We're headed towards a better place because when it becomes January 12th today, the days, they're getting longer now, aren't they? I think they are. They're getting longer, and then the possibility of those weird warmer days actually isn't so weird anymore. We get closer and closer to spring. I've got a groundhog story now that I mention it. On the property of WMUN and Wolf Boom Radio, as you look around our studios on the video platform here, we're replaying from our video studio. You are seeing various angles from inside our room. Now, inside our room, we are safe, sound, and secure away from one of nature's interesting personnel. It's a groundhog, and we have a groundhog on our property. I don't think we've named the groundhog. Should we? Well, anyway, but I digress. Anyway, so this groundhog has sightings from time to time. I had the idea just last week with our staff technologist, unofficial title, Sean Mattingly, that what if we safely captured said groundhog and tried to make it the Wolf Boom Radio, WMUN, unofficial groundhog of East Central Indiana because, as you probably full well know, Groundhog Day is not that far away from us right now. So wouldn't that be interesting? Now, for those that have been around here for a long time, I've been a resident and happily so for 32-ish years now, Muncie, Delaware County, and so on. There was a groundhog in East Central Indiana many years ago. Do you recall Mee's Zoo back in the day? I recall, I think they had a groundhog. Oh, they certainly did. They were a zoo. I'm sure they had one. But I think we actually worked out with them at that time to have that whole shadow sighting or not thing on Groundhog Day, a localized version of that event. In fact, I vaguely recall. Now, this could just be something that popped into my brain that is completely inaccurate. It's very possible. Trust me. When I sleep, I come up with things sometimes, and they didn't happen. But the memory comes back to me that we actually had, at least once, a groundhog situation in the front yard of our campus, which is WMUN and Wolf Boom Radio on the south side of Muncie, Indiana. I think we did that once, or more than once, in the front yard. Have to look up my notes on that. WMUN's Delaware County Today. Tomorrow, the mayor will be in studio, in the video room with us, and a lot of other movers and shakers in the big week to come. Sooner than that, today, our Monday morning talk block will include all kinds of people, and that is a show title and also a very clear descriptor of the guests that he has in. He is Dr. Joe Mashevitz, and he has that program at 9:30 this morning. Leslie Winter is the guest that is booked to appear at 9:30 this morning. Right after, we have our Monday 9 a.m. program, which is Lethea Pegues. He will have Vicki Veach as a guest this morning. I believe Vicki will be representing Muncie Downtown Development Partnership. But the show is from 9 to 9:30, called the 765businessjournal.com radio show with Lethea Pegues, who is a fantastic member of this community, has done fantastic things in so many different ways for a long time. No, I'm not calling him old. I did not do that. And one of the unofficial things that he's not a sponsor, but he could be, the sauce is the boss. If you've ever heard of John Tom's, that's him and the people he's put together doing that great local business that is really getting more than just local. Anyway, the 765businessjournal.com radio show will air right here in just minutes from now. We're at 8:52, so we're getting closer and closer to the start of that program. We call it our Monday morning talk block, and we're always looking to expand and grow our list of hosts and shows and programs. The only thing that we are short of is your idea, so why don't you tell us? A couple of ways to do that. You can email anytime, WMUN@wolfboom.com, or you can phone if you want to just talk it through, 289-6397, 289-NEWS. Getting closer to the end of the program here. Let's go healthcare focus for this month.
This is House Call for Health. January is Thyroid Awareness Month. The American Thyroid Association says more than 12% of people in the U.S. will have a thyroid condition in their lifetime, around 20 million with a form of thyroid disease, and up to 60% who have a condition are unaware of it. Women are 5 to 8 times more likely than men to have problems, and 1 in 8 women will develop a thyroid problem. An undiagnosed condition can lead to a risk of other problems, including cardiovascular diseases, osteoporosis, and infertility. The Pacific Neuroscience Institute describes the thyroid gland as a butterfly-shaped endocrine gland in the lower front of the neck. It makes hormones that go into the blood and then around the body, affecting many things, including heart rate and the nervous system, and controlling metabolism, impacting how food is turned into energy and how quickly things move through the body, including sugar and the pace of bone loss, depending on hormone levels. For more health news, go to foxnewshealth.com. House Call for Health. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News.
Got a busy week here at WMUN WMUN, the Delaware County Tournament begins this week. We'll have video coverage and radio plus video coverage. Kurt Darling and our sports staff, our video staff, and everyone in between pulling together for a whole lot of games. Some of those broadcasts will move on to several of our other frequencies in the Wolf Boom Radio Group because of other commitments to programming here on WMUN. We'll lay that out a bit more specifically tomorrow when we do this program again. Pacers play here tonight. That is a Monday, January 12th game. 7 p.m. is the airtime that I see here on our sports calendar. For Leslie Griffin in the Axia Command Center producing again this morning, I'm Steve Lindell. Please join us again tomorrow and every morning. Delaware County Today on WMUN.